Hey guys, welcome to Raja Makes Money. How are all my money makers doing today? Unfortunately, the Raja didn't make any money today. The meme stocks have hit a wall. GameStop, 80 points down today. What a crash. But you know what? Last time on earnings, same thing, down 80 points. The next day it rallied back 80 or 90 points. So can it do it again? I don't know. In the comments below, let me know if you think GameStop is going to have a comeback. Where are all my astronauts? Where are all my apes? Do the apes run for the hills? Are they all hiding in the forest now? What's going on? Did the spaceship crash? What is going on? Who's not holding the line? But hey, it's been a wild ride this last 2 weeks. We're still up lots of money, over millions of dollars. But let's take a look at what's going on. So thank God last night we got out of that clean energy fuels trade at like $14.40 because today it's all the way down to $10.99. I finally dumped Kinetics out of that one. Hopefully it runs to a dollar, like Kenny and the research team have said, and they hope it does. But I am not going to wait for that one. I want to put good money to work on good things. So, although some of these stocks may not be good things. Wish today was up a little bit. Actually, at one point it was up $1, then it was down $1. Jeff Schwartz, as predicted, jinxed us when he had to mention Jaguar because he said, I don't want to jinx us by mentioning this. Well, he did just that. So, unfortunately, Jaguar came way down today. After hours, it's up a little bit. IDX today was above 350. I was like, oh, finally get out of this one. And then that one came tumbling down with the rest of the meme stops. I think that Jaguar and IDX kind of play in with those meme stops because when a lot of that stuff did run in the past, that's when they ran. So, fortunately, Clover, which we have a huge position, and I did average down. I bought some more at 14.10 today. That was down 2.5 points. Hopefully that one comes back. I mean, I think it has a nice base around 11 or 12, but I don't want it to go that low. And like I said, I didn't want to hedge that one yet because if you hedge them too soon, what happens, then if it does run, you lose out on a lot. So next week we'll have to hedge Clover and Wish if they haven't done something by then. But this is a big position here. We have, it's down. I mean, we only need 2 points. This one's been as high as 15. This thing, tomorrow, if we can get a good bounce, and, I do notice that a lot of times on Monday and Tuesdays of the week, it seems when the meme stocks do the best. They seem to fizzle into the weeks, into like Thursday and Fridays. But who knows? Like I said, the whole GameStop debacle, so it'll be interesting. CCIV has been doing terrific for us, and that hedge, and thank God we hedged it, but unfortunately today it just tumbled. So I'm hoping it can stay above $25 and that both of these plays can get called out. So we basically, on the hedges, we have about, and the GameStop, or excuse me, AMC, on those hedges, I actually rolled down a hedge, and so that's helped make a little bit of money. You've got to hedge these. And like I said, last week we lost like $500,000 on hedges. Sometimes they work against you. Now, the hedges have helped us, and we'll probably collect about 150, 200,000 this week from hedging stuff. So what the hedges does, and somebody says, can you explain the hedges and stuff, or like AMC, for example. So this AMC, I have 40,000 shares. I'm down $500,000 on it right now, but we've hedged. And we have about 30,000 here left, 7,000. So I have $37,000 left. If AMC tomorrow is above $49 from 42, it means it's up about $6. We'd have about $240,000 back of this $500,000 loss. But then it could get called out, so we'd have to re-hedge it or roll out the hedges. On some of these other hedges, I made like $90,000 because I hedged 300 contracts at $3 or $2.85. We look up the trade at like $3 or something. So I actually picked up $90,000. So even though this is down, we've made money on these other things by hedging it. So it gets a little bit confusing and stuff, how it all works and everything. But same with CCIV. So I sold, remember we had the 25s, which, stays around here. We could have bought them back and made money on that hedge, but then I resold these 1200s. So while this position I made $64,000 today still has 12 grand left, I've made 82 grand off of it. This position today lost 89,000. So if this expires worthless, which I'm guessing, I doubt, I would love CCIV to be $27 tomorrow because this would be back up $90,000 or more, and this at $27 is still worthless. So, and I also looked at rolling it down a little bit, But, to roll it down for a nickel, 5,000, 6,000, it's just too much risk because if CCIV does pop back up, which it can do, there wouldn't be that much. But we'll just keep rolling it out. The good news is I've made all my money on this trade already. I mean, I'd much rather it keep going higher, but, next week if CCIV stays around here and we sell to 26, 27, we'll pick up another $120,000. Same with AMC. Let me show you what I'm trying to explain to you guys. So when you look at these chains over here, so if we go to the chain and we put in AMC, so even with AMC down, and that's why it's very important on a lot of these ones that only have the monthly options, it makes it a lot tougher. But the ones that have the weekly ones, this works out really well. So when you look at AMC, if we were to write the 50s, so in AMC, our average cost, 5, 10, is around $51. So if we were to write the $50 option against it, we would actually, if it was above 50 next week, we would break even on the 400 contracts at 555. We would pick up $200,000 plus dollars. Obviously, if AMC was to run up 3 or 4 points, and then we wrote this, let's say AMC moves up a couple of points, this could be $6 or $7, so we have even more money. The whole thing is at least we're hedging it. So if it goes all the way down, let's say, to $30 next week or something, so with 40,000 shares of AMC, if it drops another 10 points, we would be down $400,000. At least by writing these hedges, we pick up $200,000, so it's not as bad of a blow. Now, if AMC takes off and goes back to $70 and we had 40,000 shares, we could be losing out on $800,000 profit, and we've taken $200,000. So sometimes they work for you, sometimes against you. Like I said, 2 weeks ago they worked against me, cost me $500,000. This week they've given me $250,000. So definitely have to play these. Definitely have to play them and and look at the hedges and stuff. So at one point today I was down over $500,000 again. So. Looking better. A couple of questions here. So Sean says, so you sold covered calls? So yeah, I sold calls based on, I have 1,200 contracts here, Sean, of these, I bought 1,200 contracts of the July 2nd 25s, and then off of those, I'm selling covered calls on the 27s right now. So I basically am going to pick up $94,000 when these expire worthless. And this trade for me is up over $186,000 already. Plus, if you throw in $94,000, here's the thing: if CCIV is $28, this is going to be a huge trade for me. Especially if I can keep picking up another 100, 200,000 a week, writing covered calls against it, it'll be really big. So, Anna says, "Do you think Wish can still recover?" I wish it does, because I have 110,000 shares. I may average down some more if I need to, but I think it has a good possibility. I like Wish. I think it actually has some stuff, and I think the meme stocks will recover. I think tomorrow you'll see a little bounce. You see here already that GameStop's already up. This is what drove the whole market, and this is the same thing that happened last time when it crashed. So it went down 80 points, up 90 points the next day. So hopefully all the apes come out of hiding, come out of the jungle, and push it up. So Fire says, are you still in Wish? Yes, 110,000 shares. Like I said, I've averaged it down. So while it looks like a big loss, this one was $15 the other day. If this pops 2-3 points, we're even. I'll probably get out of it. I'm probably not going to ride this one up waiting for $15 unless I wake up and it's already there. But I may average down again if I need to buy. This one I think we can come out of alive and make some money, just like we did on Clean. So, you just have to catch them at the right times and stuff. So Chung says, is covered calls same as hedging or rolling out? So no, two different things. So today, like when I rolled out AMC. So hedging is just means you're hedging your bet by doing something else. To try and hedge your bet. So I'm hedging. So hedging is what it says, just hedging it. Now rolling out is when I, week after week, you guys remember for 6 weeks straight, we had to roll out these CCIVs. Some weeks were better than others. And like I said, it was like a progressive jackpot that one day was going to pay off. So I would keep riding out CCIV, and just waiting for the day it would be above $25, which is finally here, hopefully for one more day. We've already closed out the 24 position. That was my really large position. These other ones, if I have to write them out again, it's actually not bad, because as long as it's really close to the strike price it does really well because there's a dollar or so premium. So if I do have to ride out these 1,200 contracts I still have, I'm going to pick up 120 grand more towards that progressive jackpot. So it's not going to kill me or anything. In other news, Mitchell Pilot, one of our YouTube sponsors. Any of you guys can be a YouTube sponsor. Stand out in the chat so I notice your comments right away. Started my own $100 challenge on Robinhood, up 80% today. I posted screenshots on Raja Makes Money Facebook group. Awesome, man. Congratulations. We'll have to definitely check that out. And all you guys, all our Patreon members, welcome. If you guys would like to join Patreon, that's where I post all my trades in real time. I'm still up for the year about 24% right now. Hopefully, but I think we'll have a big bounce maybe tomorrow, maybe early next week. Plus, like I said, if CCIV ends, I also free up a lot more cash, which gives me a lot more to work with, which will be nice. Because on CCIV, it's 70% margin on those option contracts. So I have about $3 million still tied up into that. But if any of you guys want to join our Patreon group, just go to patreon.com/Raja Makes Money. That's where I post all my trades on the Patreon group. And then we have our private Facebook group where Kenny and the research team are posting some of their trades. Ernest, Raja, what do you think about all the news of all the naked shorts supposedly out there on AMC? I'm often wrong, but it seems some shady dealings are being done. I don't think there's anything shady going on. It's people are shorting the stock. The interesting thing is it's been shorted. It's been shorted. And it'll be interesting where it goes. That's the whole theory here is if they run the stock fast enough, the shorts get scared. The problem is, and I think what they don't understand is, if me and you as individual investors have 100 shares of AMC and we shorted it at, let's say $30, or let's say we short it right now at $42. So we're short AMC at $42. If AMC drops and we cover it, we make money. If AMC takes off and runs to $70 all of a sudden, we had 100 shares, we're down $3,000 all of a sudden because it moved 30 points really quickly and we can't react. Now, if we don't have a lot of money in the bank account, your brokerage firm's going to be calling you up and saying you need to deposit money, depending on the size of your account, or they can just come in and liquidate you, which most people, if that's all they had in their account and they didn't have any real money because the brokerage firm doesn't want to lose all their money. So they're going to immediately liquidate your account. Now, a lot of brokerage firms are making you put up like 3 times the amount of a stock to cover against that. So that's where this happens. The problem is, and what people don't understand, is that most of these people that are shorting these stocks are hedge funds and funds and different companies that have billions and billions of dollars. So they're used to having 100 million, 500 million, $billion changes in a day. They're not scared about AMC going from 40 to 50 to 30 to 60 to 20. That doesn't scare them. They haven't been scared with GameStop, and they know how to play the markets. They know what they're doing. And I think that's what a lot of people have to realize is that while you may be very successful and have $10,000. Somebody else may be very successful and has $1 million. I may be very successful and I have a $7 million account in play. But there's people with billions and billions of dollars, hundreds of billions of dollars that are playing, and they unfortunately have a lot more power than all of us put together. And they can move these markets. So while we can disrupt them, and that's what the Reddit and memes and astronauts and apes have been able to do by disrupting these people, unfortunately, at the end of the day, they have a lot more money than us. So, but like I said, it'll be interesting where it all goes and stuff. All right. In other news, let me pull up Kenny and the research team. They had a winning day today. A huge day for Kenny and the research team today. One of their best days in a while. $60 in profit. So, while it doesn't sound like much, it's better than losing money. A win is a win. Unfortunately, at one point today, Kenny and the research team touched that $80,000 mark. So, they had a big rally back. He's still continuing to liquidate a lot of positions and raise capital to make some big moves. He believes in a lot of the stocks that he's playing, loves the dips, but hopefully Kenny and the research team can pull it together and come back strong. There's just so many different stocks in play here. So, but there is what Kenny and the research team has going on. So you can see lots of movement, lots of stuff going on. Looks like a lot of work, a lot of activity there. So, but good luck to Kenny and the research team. In other news, let's see how futures are looking. S&P today hit a record, but pre-market here into tomorrow. Futures are pretty much flat. Not a lot going on right now for those. Of course, like I said, the big news, GameStop today, but this is looking good here. Like I said, when the GameStop starts bouncing up, that makes a big difference because that helps a lot of these other meme stocks and they're going to bounce with them. So example is AMC now after hours is up $1.44. So, which is a big move. We have 40,000 shares of it. Wish is up 2 cents in after hours. So I can pull that one up for you. We did that one to be up about $3 up. Now it's down a penny. It was up 2. This may be delayed. I'm showing 2 cents here. Clove, unfortunately, after hours is down 9 cents. But like I said, if any of these start moving, there's a lot of money to be made in after hours trading. Look at like IDX, for example. Had a huge crash today, but after hours is up 11 cents. That's pretty strong. Obviously it's half its loss is there. So I've hedged it. It's a totally different kind of play here. But if I owned, if I owned it, it would definitely be different. So, but let's take some questions. Unknown Prodigy, do you have an upper or lower limit? If you make 5 million, will you stop trading? No, I'll trade my whole life. I'll keep going. I don't really have any limit and stuff, but and I have other trading accounts too, so I do take money out or do things. But this account here, I put this together for some fun. It's like this is like my gambling money over here for you guys to see how we can do with it. EJ, Raja, how do you mentally handle these deep swings on account? You're doing much better than I do. Love the channel. Thanks. One thing, and I've always said this, is I'm only trading with money I put aside to trade with. At the end of the day, don't take this the wrong way. I do not want to lose $5 million that we started with, but this isn't my money to eat. This isn't my money to pay my bills. This isn't my money, that I need in my life. I have lots of investments. I have other accounts and other things going on. So I'm in a very stable condition, I guess I should say. But it definitely does affect you. Trust me, I have a much better enjoyable day when I wake up and I'm up $200,000-$300,000 than when I wake up and I'm down, $200,000-$300,000, $500,000. Even like today we were up about 100. At one point today we were up $100,000. AMC was actually at $50 and was positive, and Wish was up like $1, got up to like 11 something, and Clover was up. So or down $1, not $2. But yeah, obviously the swings affect you, but at the end of the day, this isn't my life. This isn't the money that I'm trying to play my entire life around. So I do have that flexibility where it's not going to totally bum me out. But yeah, at the end of the day, I don't want to ever throw away $5 million. I'd rather go buy $5 million in real estate, get an 8-10% cap rate, and look at it the rest of my life, and hopefully the market continues to go up. It'd be a much better investment. So definitely that one. Now this one today, guys, you guys probably heard about this one today. This is a big mover. ORPH today, Arfazim. I have no idea what happened with this one and why it went crazy like it did. At one point today, this thing was $77. Everybody's like, Raj, it's up 3,000% today. But yeah, as fast as just like usual. It's still a 300% gain at the end of the day. But as fast as this one went up is as fast as it came down. And this is a scary situation because people have that FOMO and fear of missing out. But, sometimes it may be better off to miss out on some of these, because when these things tank, or, if you got in at, if you're the guy who bought at $70 today, then it got halted. This thing was halted all day long. Look at this. It had 20 volatility halts today, or 20 volatility halts. Galito stock halted 7 times. So yeah, this one 20 times it was halted, and every time it dropped 5-10 more points. So these are very scary stocks. You have to really have if you can get in at the right time and out at the right time, you could do kind of like when GameStop was moving so heavily. It's interesting they didn't really hold GameStop today down such a large amount. But like I said, I think we're going to see a nice bounce tomorrow. I don't know if it's going to be 300,000, 800, 500,000, 800,000, but you know what? If we could have a nice, $200,000-$300,000 bounce tomorrow, it would be a great end of the week. We'd actually end the week profitable. So it'd definitely be nice to see. Bitcoin starting to drop a little bit, been as high as 38,000, but still way off those $30,000 lows. This is our Coinbase account where it's at right now, 75,000. Yesterday, if you guys remember, it was all the way up to 78,000, excuse me. So it's hanging in there. Within the last week, it was as high as 84,000 almost. But definitely be interesting what it's got going on there. Take a look at the account one more time, just so I can weep. No. Down $367,000, but like I said, we have some hedges, and if we can get an update, and our hedges are pretty far away, so we don't really have a lot of risk of being called out. If we do get called out on all our hedges, or they all go into the money, we'll be up $500,000-$600,000. It won't be really that big of a problem to deal with, but you definitely don't, like I said, these hedges, sometimes they work for you, sometimes against you, and stuff. So Real High Roller says CCIV to 100. Does anybody know the exact day that it changes to the Lucid symbol change? I think that's the day that it's going to really run. So it'll definitely be interesting. Mitchell Pilot says, how's Brandy doing? She's doing terrific. All recovered and stuff. She just had a UI infection. Obviously, he's still watching her and stuff, but they said, could be a one-time deal, never happen again. Obviously, if it happens again, they'll do a little bit more investigating, but definitely doing good. So let's see. Lou says, when you have the money you have, what is the point of putting yourself through this kind of stress and roller coaster? Like, bro, just put that $5 million in land around Colorado and you're worth $100 million. Well, land has definitely gone up in Colorado quite a bit, but it's not going to go up, like it is and stuff now. I think the market is kind of getting capped out. I actually bought it in the last month. I bought 2 more houses, and I'm not a huge house guy. I don't really like houses, but I had some set tenants and stuff, and working a couple other big real estate deals. But Poe JJ says, are you heavily invested in real estate? Yes, I am. I have over 200 rental properties, anywhere between houses and residential to commercial buildings. My biggest building I have is about 40,000 square foot, 2-story office building, which is where my headquarters is. But then I have a lot of storage and rental units, a lot of restaurants, bars, real estate like that from places I've owned previously that I just rent out now that I don't operate any longer outside of the places I do operate. But yeah, I have a really good real estate portfolio, so we're in really good shape. And the biggest thing, like I always tell people, I have 0 debt. If you can not have any debt and be in all cash, it is the way to go. I know it sounds tough and stuff, but I don't do anything with debt. Obviously leverage is good, but in real estate and all that stuff, I don't do anything with debt and stuff. So always, if you can avoid debt, try to do it, and make smart decisions. So, but as far as the whole stress goes of this, it's not really stressful for me. It's aggravating at times, and people do this. Why did you short GameStop? Why would you do that? I'm just having fun. This is, like I said, this is for fun. This is kind of like an experiment to see how we can do, like a challenge for myself, and stuff. And it has been tough, trying to do a show when we were doing 6 days a week with Sunday, it was really rough. 5 days a week is still a little bit rough. I may reduce my schedule to, maybe I'll only go live 3 days a week or something, because it is time consuming, but I enjoy it. Like I said, I'm going to trade anyways. I have a bunch of other accounts I trade in. This is like a challenge, and sometimes you just got to give yourself some challenges, motivates you and keeps you going. Otherwise, I don't know what I'd do all day. I'd probably be bored. So, but hey guys, thank you so much. Hopefully, like I said, tomorrow will be the turnaround day. We'll end Friday strong up for the week and make a huge comeback. That would be my dream. That would be my wish, because we own Wish stock, to have a good week. But no matter what, I hope you guys have done good in the markets. The overall market was up today. S&P 500 hit a new high. But you guys are the money makers. Wishing you guys the best of luck in the markets tomorrow. Hope we all can make a lot of money, and hope we can see that chicken at the end of the day tomorrow. See everybody same time, same place, right here for Raja Makes Money. Take care, guys, and enjoy your rest of the night. And go Avs, we need a big comeback right now. Otherwise, I may be in Vegas for like 5 or 6 days next week watching hockey and for the Clickfathers' 50th